Hello everyone, and welcome back to Traversing Food. My name is Steve, and this big old bundle of joy is a ration from the Ukraine. There we go. I've been wanting to do this review for a while. I've had one of the Ukrainian rations back before. I believe the last bags had a black handle, but I've had one before that, and I thought it was pretty good. It doesn't come with a whole lot of sides. The only thing I didn't like about it was the kasha was extremely salty, but definitely not as salty as that octopus and garlic sauce that I had with that Spanish ration. But it was good. But a few things are different. This is the updated one. These now come with retort pouches. And I believe the last ones were 325 gram cans for the mains. They've upped it a little bit. Well, actually they've upped it a lot for lunch. They now come with 350 gram retort pouches, but lunch, you also get an extra 500 gram main. So basically breakfast, you have a little under a pound of food. Lunch, you have over 2 pounds of food. And dinner, you have 1 pound of food. I know on the translator, I know this says, breakfast, dinner, and supper. But I'm just so used to calling it breakfast, lunch, and dinner that's what I'll probably go by. I'm also going to go by the recommended menu. I know I did say in my last review that the expiration date was coming up on this, and I just made a mistake, even though I wrote it down in my book. I don't know if you can see it really well. That I wrote it down as April 10th, 2018 is the best buy date, but the first number is not the month. Because if it was, well, what month is the 20th? Exactly. So this is good till October 4th, 2018, and I had a package date of November 20th of 2017. Pretty fresh ration, but only has a shelf life time of less than a year. I know one of the other new things in here for lunch and dinner, they have shelf-stable bread, so that might be what expires quickly. I'm not even sure if it still comes in its 3 separate pouches, but I'm going to find that out right now. I also like to mention that I got this ration from MRE Mountain. Okay, out first is our breakfast. And I believe this is our lunch. And I think this is our dinner. Get the translator real quick. Yes, here we have our breakfast, lunch, and dinner. There's not many sides to these. It's basically your main biscuits or your bread, your coffee, or your tea, and that's pretty much it. So I'm going to try and cram all these in one video. Try and keep it under a half hour. I don't want to be long-winded and boring. So let's get breakfast out and ready. Alright, zoom that back in a little bit. I wonder if these come with a tear notch anywhere. Probably not. Nope, definitely not easy opening. I'll find one way to tear it open. The other thing I didn't like about the original Ukraine ration I didn't do a video on it. It was just something I tried. Is the biscuits were just totally beat up. But these seem to come out pretty well. Got 50 grams of biscuits. A kind of a flimsy spoon, but I'm sure it'll do the job. A napkin. I'll look this up. This is our instant coffee. I believe that is our sugar. In our main, I believe this is going to be a chicken porridge with rice. And the bottom is gusseted, so it will stand up if you want to eat it that way. I'm glad I hit this with the translator, because looking at it, you'd think, okay, I got a tea bag. But no, it's supposed to be moist towelette. So Okay. What is it, tea scented? Ain't no telling. Thought this might come with... Nope, there it is. And we got a pack of salt. And that's it. That's it for breakfast. So I'm going to drop this main into some hot water. I did notice one thing. I don't know if you can see it or not. I don't know if that's just from the packaging or I got a pinhole somewhere. It doesn't smell bad, so I maybe wonder if that's just some oil from manufacturing. Let's get this heated up and get everything onto a tray. I tried to see what brand coffee this is, but the style of writing, it just won't translate. Definitely a sprayed coffee. Smells nice. I guess I should have checked out this moist towelette first. Yep. I know why you got a moist towelette. You think you're getting tea. Seems like one of the sturdy kind. Very springy. Yeah, it seems pretty tough. Not very wet. Seems like just enough on there. Has a little bit of a cooling effect. And it smells like absolutely nothing. I mean, there's absolutely no chemical smell to it. I like that. Very nice. Check out these biscuits. Seem more like hardtack. I don't think I've had these kind ever. Seem nice and toasty. See how well they break. They smell really good. Has a really good baked flavor. Not very salty at all. They're a little bit hard, but not like those special biscuits. But one thing I do like about these, they're a little bit on the dark side, and it has a very nice, I guess you can say, toastiness to it, that it's been baked a little more than your usual biscuit. I like that a lot. Coffee's nice and smooth. Not bitter at all. Very enjoyable. Not going to need any sugar, that's for sure. Okay, our main is definitely nice and hot. Probably left it in there about 7 minutes. I can barely hold it. Definitely a very good amount of food. It smells really good. But you can definitely see pieces of chicken in there. The rice, I don't know, seems kind of broken up. Bits of carrots. Almost smells like there's curry in there. But I'm going to get me a piece of chicken. See if I can find a decent piece, which I can. Good, decent size pieces of chicken. Oh man, that's good. It's really good. Chicken is not mushy. Cooked just right. It's not very salty. Looks like you got shredded carrots in there too. A little bit oily. The rice is really soft. You can almost tell it's not there. I think you could use a little bit of pepper, but I always think everything needs a little bit of pepper. I know there's another piece of chicken there, and we'll get it. Yeah, it's definitely a winner. We'll definitely be finishing that too. Let's see what kind of toastiness this cracker can give to this breakfast. Yeah, with the chicken rice on the biscuit, you really don't taste the biscuit at all. You just taste the toastiness of the biscuit with it. Combines to be a really good flavor. Definitely don't need salt either. But as you can see, this is a very basic breakfast. Coffee, biscuits, chicken with rice kasha, or porridge, depends on how you look at it. But so far, I hope you enjoyed everything that I'm reviewing of this updated Ukrainian ration with the retort pouches. That's it for breakfast, and I'll see you next time at lunch. And here we have lunch, or supper if you want to call it. I'm dying to see what this bread looks like. I don't know if it's going to be like the rye bread. I think that's out of the Estonian rations, or the bread made by Bridgeford. Okay, everything smells okay. First thing out, sugar. And here's our bread. Okay, it's a hard bread. It's dried, and it's a little beat up. Let's see if we got a date on here. I don't see an expiration date on here. It looks like it has a packing date of October 9th, 2017, so this might be why it only has a year shelf life on the ration itself. Okay, the writing is really small on this, but I believe this is blackcurrant jam. We have a black tea from Kenya, pepper, pack of salt, our moist towelette, napkin, got a pack of crackers. I actually like these. They're pretty good. They're not too salty, so it's good to pair stuff with them. I believe this is our 350 grams of pork stew with vegetables and potatoes. And here's our 500 gram main. The translator just is not working very well with this. I believe this is a braised beef. Very liquidy, but that's what I'm guessing it's going to be. And a unfortunately beat up spoon. And that's everything. So once again, just your basics, your mains, biscuits, bread, drink, and this one looks like comes with jam. But the rating on here is so small and it's smudged a little bit, so the translator doesn't want to read it. But for now, I'm going to get these mains in some hot water and get everything onto a tray. Okay, our mains are ready. Tea is brewing. One got a bowl. I know that may just be braised beef, but it might be a beef style soup. I'm not sure. The crackers, these are rye crackers. I'm sure they'll go very well with the braised beef and everything else on here. I'm going to set our jam aside. Open these up. These are a little bit beat up. Let's see if I can get a whole piece out of here. I think there's one that wasn't too destroyed. Yeah, that one don't look too bad at all. Smells good. But then you got ones like this, you know, just destroyed. Get our biscuits. I'm just going to put the rest of that there. And I went and got a different spoon. That other one was just so beat up. And here's our, I believe this is pork stew with vegetables and potatoes. Which, yeah, I know it's hot, but it's really thin. I think I might get a bowl for this too. Alright, let's see what we got here. Smells great, that's for sure. It's just a lot. They call it stew, but it seems real soupy. But yeah, that smells really good. Definitely got some little bit of fatty pieces, but there's some big pieces of pork. So I got some carrots in there. That's too good. I gotta get me a taste of that. Yeah, that's really good. I'm gonna enjoy that. Gonna get some pepper though. But also, let's get our 500 gram main. Let's see what we got here. This also smells really good. Yeah, it's more like a borscht. If I pronounce that correctly, I doubt I did. A lot of food there, man, that smells good. Got carrots, onions. Looks like some celery, bits of potato. Got some beef chunks. Looks like we've got some type of beans too. I can't wait. I gotta try me a little bit of that broth. Man, that's really good. Almost has a little bit of a sweetness to it also. Tea's ready. But yeah, I'm definitely need to try a piece of this bread. I know they're a little beat up, but hey. Has a little bit of a rye flavor to it. Definitely dry. But it is dried, what do you expect? Not very salty. It's almost like croutons. Which, guess what? I'll let those soak for a while. I already know that's going to taste good. I'm going to go back to this pork stew. Get a little bit of everything. You can see the carrots, potatoes, chunk of pork in there. Yeah, that is just excellent. But before I forget, put a little bit of sugar in with my tea. Give it a try. Yeah, it's a really nice black tea. I'm just going to try and get a chunk of this pork by itself. Or maybe not that big of a piece. Pork is good and tender. Very good. See if I can find me a chunk of beef in here. See what it tastes like on its own. Beef is more tender than the pork. It tastes like it was marinated in something sweet. Very good flavor. Pieces of rye bread. Definitely absorbed a lot of liquid. Yeah, they make very flavorful croutons for this. So I'm definitely going to put a little bit of pepper on them. Yeah, pepper definitely helps. Chunks of potatoes. Not mushy, good and tender. The carrots though, well, any vegetable in a liquid, you're going to get kind of mushy. Let's give this jam a try. That is a very nice flavored blackcurrant jam. It's not overly sweet. It's very chunky in a way. Goes well with the biscuits. Try and find me a small piece here. I know it's dried rye bread, but hey, gonna give it a try anyway. Yep, still good. Goes good with the dried rye bread. But so far, even though the bread, it wasn't what I was expecting. I didn't expect it to be, dry pieces of bread. But as we're using as croutons in your dishes, man, that works so well. And both of these are just excellent. These are very good. But for now, that's it for lunch or supper, depends on what you want to call it. Can't wait to see what dinner is. I'll see you at dinner. Okay, now that breakfast and lunch are over with, we are on to our final meal of the day. And I would like to say lunch was very good. So let's dig straight in. Alright, first up, we have some more of our dried bread. And these are, looks like these got beat up a whole lot more than the other ones. Sugar. Spoon that looks like done a lot better than the last one did. More tea. I believe this is a package of honey. Another 50-gram pack of biscuits. We have salt. We have our main, which I believe is a pork kasha. I believe it's barley. And a moist towelette. And our napkin. And that's it. Fortunately, no pepper with this one. So I do like a lot of pepper with my kasha style dishes. But without taking up too much time in this video, I'm going to drop this straight into hot water and get everything started. Okay, our tea is brewing. I got everything ready on the tray. Just to try and cut some time down. There's our main, nice and hot. 350 grams. Decent amount of food. Looks like I could have let it go a little bit longer. Let me mix it up here a minute. Okay, I mixed that up a little bit. There's a little bit of a cold spot in the middle. Seems a lot better now. Our tea's pretty much done. The main smells really good. See some carrots in there. See chunks of pork. A little bit greasy. Almost kind of has that, kind of like a curry smell, like I had for breakfast. But looks really good. And it is really good. It tastes very nice. Pieces of pork are not that big, but there's a lot of it. Tastes like just a really good simple dish. You can taste salt, pepper, a little bit of onion. I like it. Open up this honey. Or at least I thought I did. Try that again. Yeah, put it in a little bit of warm water. I could tell it's crystallized a little bit. Very yellow. Yeah, it's crystallized a little bit. It's very light in flavor. Sure makes the tea taste a hell of a lot better. I always like honey in my tea more than sugar. But let's try a little bit on our biscuits. Goes very well with the biscuits. Really nice flavor. I don't know how well it'll go with the rye bread. But I'm going to find out. Tastes okay. Just an odd combination. I really don't know why they gave such a dry rye bread with a kasha type dish. Okay everyone, I think this is about going to do it for the updated Ukrainian combat ration with the retort pouches. All the food was really good. Like I said, there is pretty much no snacks. And besides your biscuits, bread, and main, you had 2 teas, a coffee, a packet of blackcurrant jam, and a pack of honey. But still, very enjoyable. A lot of food. As for where I'm going to go next, I really don't know. I got a couple of different single meals instead of a 24-hour meals that I'd want to try. Be a nice change from the 24-hour rations. But don't think I'm going to stop doing 24-hour rations. Just want to get a few other rations done before the Best Buy date. But if you have something in mind, what country you'd like me to try, if I got it, say something in the comments. But for now, I hope you enjoyed everything. If you did, hit that like button, share with your friends, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.